welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I like to talk about everything high performance, health, everything that's going to make you feel good and perform at your best. Today's video is dedicated to bone broth. You may not have heard of it, you may have heard of it. It is an old tradition in many cultures, and I'm going to talk about the healing benefits today and show you some footage of me making bone broth. I hope you like it. First, I want to tell you a really powerful story, and I think will shed some light on why bone broth has become really important in my life. My grandmother had 18 children. Yes, that's 1, 8, 18. And my grandmother lived a long life, and in her 90s, she in fact fell several times. My mom was sharing this story with me, and she was totally fine, where other people would have in fact like fractured a hip, been in the hospital, and that would have been quite fatal. She had very healthy joints, bones, no arthritis. And that's a huge feat even without having children, but come on, 18 kids and no problems with her joints. That's what brings back the whole bone broth. She in fact cooked weekly meals for her family that was really rich in these broths, and she would also eat the bone marrow right out of the bone. And I'm just saying that's another reason why when I heard that story that I was like, wow, there's something to this. And because our society now, there's so many people in pain and suffering with arthritis, it's something to look at why that is and how can you reap the benefits from that. And that's why now every Sunday I'm dedicated to making a bone broth and having that in the fridge. And that's going to be something that I'm doing each week for my health, for my joints, to lubricate them and strengthen my bones. And if you think about it, well, what I've discovered with some of the reading that I've done around bone broth, like, well, why is that it is so healing? When you get these bones and you're simmering them for so long because you want to do it for 12 to 24 hours, it's releasing these really healthy, powerful compounds such as collagen, glutamine, and it has a really powerful healing effect. And that's why it's something that I wanted to shoot the video on today. I have a really great recipe that I'm going to link through to my blog on the YouTube channel so you can check it out and try it yourself. I got it from my mother, so I'm passing it from my family onto you. And my goal with that is that you'll find more nourishment, more health and vitality for you and your family as well. So here you can see that these are the grass-fed bones that I picked up from the market. Right there, 100% grass-fed beef. So the recipe that I'll be sharing below the YouTube video and on my blog will say that you need to start with 3 pounds of bones. And you're looking for knuckle bones, you can ask for those. But again, this is from beef. And the most important factor is really that you're getting grass-fed and it's hormone-free. And I'm going to go ahead and put them in the crock pot and let that sit for overnight. And that's it. And a little garlic hack. I know some people will painstakingly like unravel like the peel here, but I like to cut the little nub off, the little tip, okay? This one's actually peeling, but then you just smash it with a knife, blade away from your hand, of course, and then there you go, bam, the garlic like falls right out of the surrounding skin. Now adding the onion. Okay, start now. Yeah, that works. So now adding the final seasoning. So simple. Lid on and leave it till morning. So here we are almost 24 hours after I made the bone broth last night. Definitely doesn't look as colorful, but I'll be straining off the vegetables and bones and then letting that cool and placing in the fridge so we can separate the fat layer on the top. And I will say, my gosh, you cannot smell it, but the smell intoxicating my apartment, incredible this morning. Here's the bone broth. I've strained all of the bones and all of the vegetables out. So I'm gonna pop this in the fridge. A layer of fat will form and I'm gonna scrape that off, and then I'm gonna keep the bone broth. So now I just took the bone broth out of the fridge. You can see here that this layer of fat is on top. So I'm simply gonna scrape this off, get rid of the fat, and then we're left with this rich, beautiful bone broth. And I intend on having a cup a day. Some other health benefits of bone broth when I was doing some research online that I thought you would find interesting. Bone broth, consuming bone broth on a regular basis can also help with leaky gut, helping get rid of allergies. I thought that was an interesting one for those of you that suffer from allergies. Reduce cellulite. I'm going to have to read more about that one, but interesting to know. It was also listed. Helping with aches and pains, arthritis, and joints. So joint health was a big one because of the high levels of collagen. And also improving and boosting your immune system. And those are a few more great reasons why you'll want to look at trying out this recipe that I'm going to share below the video today. Just look for the link, visit my blog, go over there, and I encourage you to try it. I would love to hear how that turns out for you. I hope that you got a lot out of today's video, and if you enjoyed it, please share the link with a friend, give it a thumbs up, leave your comments. I'm always interested to know what you're interested in so I can add as much value as possible and dedicate some of my future videos to what you're interested in learning more about in the world of high performance, health, and wellness.